This is the shakily filmed video that has been hanging over the Labour Party. Filmed in April 2021, it shows Keir Starmer drinking beer in Durham Miners Hall at an event that led to a police investigation. Today, a conclusion. Durham Police say there is no case to answer and it will not be issuing any fixed penalty notices. Cue a big smile from a man who said he would quit as Labour leader if fined.
People said to me I was taking a risk. It shouldn't be controversial to say that those who make the law can't break the law.
The row around so-called beergate heightened after some newspapers questioned if curry and drinks after a constituency event broke lockdown rules. The police said new evidence led them to start an investigation, but ultimately decided the event was reasonably necessary work. The news of Keir Starmer being cleared got a mixed reaction in Durham.
I think what he did was very different to Hartlepool.
Certain other people we could mention.
Starmer was caught once, if he was caught, which in my eyes he wasn't because he was working.
I think he committed more sin than Boris Johnson ever did from going downstairs in the building that he lived and worked in.
The decision rounds off an extraordinary week in Westminster, ending with the Prime Minister toppled and the Labour leader firmly in place. Speaking to people in Labour headquarters, they say Keir Starmer was always sure that he didn't break the law. But they admit this was a stressful and worrying period for him. And today, they're feeling pretty relieved. But some say the end of Boris Johnson's reign is bad news for Labour because the PM played such a big part in by-election defeats and Sir Keir isn't polling quite as highly as some in the party would hope. You see this as a good result, but Conservative MPs are telling me they see it as a good result too because they think you're more beatable than some of your Labour colleagues.
I had no end of people telling me in 2020 when I took over the Labour Party that it was impossible to get from where we'd landed in 2019 to the prospect of a Labour government. I'm not going to listen to the noises off that for 2 years have been telling me this is impossible. We're proving it's possible. What's happened now is it's not just a hope of a Labour government, it's a belief.
A belief that will now depend on whether he can beat a new Tory leader. And so that is where things stand, Labour led by Keir Starmer. And he made two key arguments today. First, he does not want Boris Johnson to carry on as caretaker Prime Minister. And if Tories do not push him out, then Labour will table a vote of no confidence here next week to put pressure on backbenchers. And secondly, that if Tories are changing their leader, then they should have a general election, something they will resist.